What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream now today. Before we get into the video and the main topics, I think it's only right that I start with the sad news, man, of Heavy D passing away. Terrible news at the age of 43. I met him many times at the Arsenal games. He was a big, bright character, always, smiling, laughing, joking. A real joker, man. Somebody who breaks up the balance. Sometimes, Arsenal would lose. It would be quite serious outside. And Heavy D was great at breaking that kind of mood up and lightening up the mood, man. So, terrible news. I was shocked to hear that earlier on today. 43 years old. I'm not too sure what happened exactly, but at the moment, my thoughts are with his family, and I hope, they can pull through at this terrible time, man. So, Heavy D, man, terrible news. Life's too short, man. You got to make the most of every day. So, yeah, that's my little comment on that. Don't want to get everyone down about it, but it's terrible news. It's terrible. Let's get into Arsenal. Big up everyone in the comments as well. Yeah, as you're saying, man. Heavy D, massive Arsenal fan, real passionate fan as well. And yeah, terrible news, man. Not too sure what happened. Not too sure how it's occurred. I just saw it all over Twitter. And all of you, yeah, big up all you guys anyway, man. I mean, listen, we have to make the most of life, man. Tomorrow isn't promised. You got to make the most. So take care of your people and enjoy yourselves out there, man. Let's talk about Arsenal. Let's hope Arsenal can cheer us up. We're being linked with a player that we've spoken about a few times already. But it seems this story is livening up a little bit. It's Christian Eriksen. Now, we all know that Arsenal are desperate for some creativity in the midfield. It's good that we are being linked with creative midfielders. Maybe agents are starting to offer these players around. Say, we've got a player for you here. Now, we spoke about a week ago. Big up Cecil, by the way. Respect, my bro. Hope you're well, brother. We saw the links to Christian Eriksen. And we didn't go too much into it. To me, I thought, maybe this is paper talk. During the international break, I don't really see this as genuine. But it seems as if there is a little bit of legs in this story. Now, a story has come out today via James Ollie, who is quite a reliable source on ESPN, who has said here, Arsenal have been offered Christian Eriksen in a cut price deal. Now, it's believed Eriksen has been offered for just £12 million. 12 million for Christian Eriksen. Now, Inter Milan bought him for 16.9 million from Tottenham just 10 months ago. He's 28 years of age. He's only started 11 games for Inter Milan, just 11 starts. He signed a 4.5-year contract, but Conte just doesn't seem to be, he's not in his plans, and he looks like he wants to move him on. Now, look, I don't think Eriksen is the answer to the question, but he could be an answer to the question, if you know what I mean. I would much rather go and get Isco or Szoboszlai, somebody along that line, But Eriksen for 12 million. If we got to the end of the window, for example, and Szoboszlai's gone somewhere else, and Isco, they don't let him move, and we're in the same situation, would you take Christian Eriksen for 12 million? I would probably look at it and say, all right, let's take him on loan until the end of the season. Maybe get a loan with an option to buy. If they're that desperate to get rid of him, then let's take him on loan. As I say, it wouldn't be my first option. I would definitely rather go for Isco, go for Szoboszlai, go for Aouar. But what I like about this is it shows there are going to be options available in this January window. You know, there are players. The thing you've got to understand is the Euros in the summer. Any major footballer who's sitting in his club now and not really playing every week, he's going to be going, do you know what? I might need a move. You know, even if it's a loan move, I might need to go somewhere else and go and get football. So to me, Erickson wouldn't be the worst option. You know, when you think Joe Willock played in that attacking midfield role the other day and the way he played, would you take him? Peter says, big up Curtis, love the channel as usual. I'd take Erickson. Thoughts. As I said, he would be on my list. He wouldn't be at the top, but he'd be on there. Ruby says, big up Curtis, Spurs fan, but love the channel. Believe me, you do not want Erickson. He has passed his best and he's just looking for high wages for retirement before he has to go to a lesser club. Fair enough. You know, a Tottenham fan probably knows better than me. So I always rated Erickson, but I know a lot of Tottenham fans were really critical of him at the end. That, you know, I heard people saying he downed tools, you know, he kind of stopped trying, which I always think is it's a really bad trait to have as a footballer if people say you've downed tools. Yeah, Lamar says there, loan with an option to buy. I wouldn't necessarily be against that. You've got nothing to lose there. Abdi said, big up Curtis, quick question. Would you take Conte from Inter? I've got to be honest, I think Conte is a fantastic manager. I've read a lot about the whole thing, what happened at Juventus, the rebuild, how they recovered from relegation with all the match fixing. And a lot of people said Conte was the one that built that. Allegri came in and took it further, but it was Conte that rebuilt him. I like his character. You know, I would take Antonio Conte. I know there was rumours of him leaving Inter Milan in the summer, but they managed to convince him to stay. Zulaman said, liking the video is non-negotiable. Hey, big up, bro. Thank you very much for that. Big up all you guys in the chat, man. As I say, you know, not to get too deep into things and that, but you guys make the channel what it is. You know, sometimes I go on other channels, man, and the chat and the subscribers, it can be a little bit toxic. But you guys are fantastic and very positive, man, and I really appreciate it. You know, Curtis, blessings from Trinidad, bruv, says, Roy, big up, man. Yes, blessings all around, you know. Erickson is Premier League proven. It's crazy because they're saying that Erickson is saying he would be willing to join Arsenal despite the Tottenham links. He hasn't bothered him. Musa says, big up Curtis, respect Musa, always supporting. Spec 888. Take Lord Lingard now. We don't want nothing to do with him, bro. You can keep him. Big up Curtis. Do you think Pepe will be offloaded next summer? I think a lot will depend on how he finishes the season, to be honest. 1-1, big up, bro. He said Ozil is better than Erickson by miles. Whew. I mean, is he miles better? Maybe. CF said Chelsea fans warned us about Willian, but people like Robbie didn't listen. Let's listen to Spurs fans. Okay, we're listening to Spurs. Big up Infamous Marby says Curtis Martin Luther King Shaw. What an end speech yesterday. Hey, you know what? I got a lot of messages about that this morning. Robbie as well was very complimentary, man. If you didn't see, I was on AFTV last night, their AFTV Daily, the 7 o'clock show, me and Robbie, and I had to drop a little speech on him at the end, man, you know, about Arteta and stuff. He said, you know what? Afterwards, he says, not many people will make me sit there for 5 minutes and just let them talk without me interrupting them. He had to hold his place, man. But Rully said, Curtis channel is bombastic. Big up. Hey, come on, man. It's G-Med, Mr. Nice Guy, says, Big C, respect my bro, you're well. Money Green says, Grealish, bro, he's going to cost you 70, 80 million, bro, and I don't think Arsenal are about to spend that. I wish we were. Peter, big up Peter, always supporting, man, says, come on, people, big up Curtis. Love how you told Robbie yesterday, trust the process, LOL. Come on, man. We don't even know what the process is, you know, so how can we trust it? DW Ed said, big up Curtis. Sorry, bro, I have to disagree. We got Willian on a free and look how that turned out. Why would we want another player looking for retirement? It's crazy, though, because, you know, Erickson is 28. With Willian's 32. It was kind of, all right, you are kind of winding down at 32. 28, are you telling me that Eriksen's done and retired? You know, he left Tottenham to go to Inter Milan. He spoke about the Italian league and wanting a new challenge. It hasn't worked after 10 months. Is he finished? I don't know. As I said, if I was writing a list and I was looking for a creative player, he wouldn't be at the top. But for 12 million or potentially on loan with an option, I would consider it, man. Musa says, Curtis told Robbie yesterday, speech, man even clapped. Yo, the man had to clap, bro, I'm telling you. Man had to clap. He knew what was happening. Big up Joshua, man. He says, big up Curtis from Knots. Love your channel, bro. Always real with it. Big up all my Knots crew inside my home city, man. Erickson is the same age as Xhaka, yeah, but he's surely got a lot more talent, man. And let's face it, Thomas Partey's only, a year younger. You know, he's 27. Listen, Erickson should be doing bits now. I'm not saying he is the answer, but for 12 million, possibly. I don't know. Maybe he's finished. Big up Alvin, man. He says, big up to you, Curtis. And regardless of how tough life can be for all of us, life is too short to be overthinking and stressing too much. Life must go on. You're right. You're right, man. Life has to go on. We have to make the most of today. Carrington Blunt says, big up Curtis. Thoughts on youngsters traveling to Molde? I will get into that shortly, actually, because I'm going to do a bit of a preview. But yeah, I love the fact that the young players are involved. Miguel Aziz, he's in there. Smith Rowe finally involved. Balogun. I want to see these guys playing, man, you know. I think we've only got to win one more game and we're through. So, yeah, I think it's good to see them guys. Smith Rowe, I feel like he deserves a chance. We have to see if he can be that attacking midfielder. Maybe we don't have to buy an attacking midfielder. You never know. Big up Anthony Williams, bro. He says, smash the likes up, people. Support the ting. You done know, bro. JJ said, what up, Curtis? Would you take Nuno as Arsenal manager? He wouldn't be at the top of the list, but potentially would be on the list. I do rate him. I do rate Nuno. Danny Black says, my number one Arsenal show. I appreciate that, bro. You know, there's a lot of people making Arsenal content, and I watch other channels as well, you know, to get different points of view. People have different thoughts on the same thing, and that's what's so great about football. But, yeah, I appreciate when you say that, man. I really do. If we can get Eriksen and Szoboszlai for less than 35 mil, then I'd be happy experiencing youth. I agree with that. I think if you got Szoboszlai and Eriksen, people would kind of accept Eriksen. If you're buying him as the answer by himself, I think people would be a bit like, I don't know about that, man. You know, I'm not sure. Eriksen, if you check the stats, has played the most football out of any players in world football. His legs are gone. He's on that Alexis downfall. He's been overplayed over the years. Not worth it. Fair enough. Big up Curtis. Thoughts on Ceballos being the 10? Yeah, Robbie suggested this yesterday, and I was a bit like, you know, why not? You know, why not? I'm not sure he is the 10, if I'm honest, but at least he looks for a pass. But no, I think we're going to have to get someone from outside the club to fix that situation that we've got. Curtis, what about Leon Bailey? I think he is great. Come on, you Gunners. I do like Leon Bailey, man. A couple of years ago, they were talking about like 70 million. Then it dropped to about 40 million. You know, and then Chelsea were linked with him, but no one's really gone for him. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. 107 likes. Yeah, come on, people. Let's get that up a little bit higher. Get the video shared. Tim says, big up, Big C. Respect from Nairobi, Kenya. Your analysis on issues Arsenal are always spot on. I appreciate that, bro. Listen, we all get it wrong sometimes. Sometimes we act on emotion and you see things a day or two later. You think, maybe I was a bit over the top there. Things always change, but yeah, I try and keep it as balanced as I can, but it's hard with Arsenal, man. Tony Jones, big up Curtis. Did you see what Bellerin said about Alexis? Bro, listen, at that point, when he's saying things like that, right, that's when I'm just moving the guy on. You know, obviously Hector Bellerin spoke about this before and then seemed to bring it up again where he was saying Alexis Sanchez was too demanding. You know, he wanted to win too much. I'm sorry, bro, but I don't get down with them comments. If I was the manager and he was saying that to me, I say, you know what, bro, you're the problem. He's not the problem. You know, I can't stand Alexis. He went to Manchester United at a time when we needed him. I actually understood when he was going to Man City. It was like, he's going to play for Pep. He's going to win the Prem. How can you argue with that? When he went to Man United, it was like, are you serious, bro? You ain't going to do nothing there. But that guy gave everything. He's one of the best players I've ever seen at Arsenal, Alexis Sanchez. Let's be honest. He's the best player of the Emirates era, to be honest. If you look at just what happened at the Emirates. And you got Bellerin talking about the guy wants to win too much. Maybe you don't want to win enough, Bellerin. Do you know what I mean? The guy's like mid-20s, Spanish international, 100 grand a week, can't even take a throw-in. Come on, man. And this is what I'm saying about Arsenal, the mentality, man. We got a big summer coming up. You know, David Luiz, Socrates, Mesut Ozil, Skodran Mustafi, all out of contract. I'm sure we'll sell one or two as well. We could potentially be looking at nearly £1 million a week saved in wages. That gives you a massive scope to go out there and invest in the transfer market. But the problem is, you need to be in the Champions League, you know, to attract the big boys. So that's why this season is so vital. Man over Hackney Marshes have more determination than Bellerin. It's true, man. I'm sorry. Them whole comments, man. And this guy wanted to be the captain. Bellerin wants to be a model. Yeah, I think most of the time he is modelling, even on the pitch. You know, and Jack Grealish is twisting him inside out. Shaba said Bellerin is comfortable. Mad comfortable, bro. That's the problem. That is the problem. If we get Eriksen, then I swear he will be like James for Everton. So someone does believe in Eriksen. It's amazing in football how quick you get wrote off, you know, because people, if we were linked with James Rodriguez a year ago, I bet some people would have said, nah, man, he ain't done it for years at Real Madrid. And, you know, I'm not sure I'd take him. He's going to want massive wages. He goes to Everton and does well. And everyone goes, oh, James Rodriguez is a good player. You know what I mean? So sometimes, you know, you have to take that risk. But, you know, when we do it, it tends to go against us, you know, as we found with all these Chelsea rejects that we keep buying. Blouse and skirt Bellerino, come on, man. Yo, Bellerin, man. This brother wanted to be the captain of Arsenal. You're mad, bro. You know? The issue is beyond formation and tactics. I genuinely believe the players aren't giving it their all. It's crazy, isn't it? Like, are they just not feeling the manager and they kind of, you know, not giving up, but they're just not motivated to play for him. Arteta should play youth because with experience, players like Willian are better play youth. Play Saliba, Nelson, Smith Rowe. I mean, I still can't believe that Saliba wasn't registered for the Europa League. Perfect opportunity to use him. Arsenal Maniac said every year being a big summer since 2005. You're right there, you know. Don't worry about Kroenke's money. Don't worry about wages. That's a lame excuse. If I had £1 every time I heard that, I'd be a multi-billionaire. You know what? You're right. Every year is the big summer. You know, John Cross used to say, oh, it's we've got a war chest. We've got this war chest to spend this summer. Arsene Wenger's going to spend bigger than ever. And then on deadline day, you would get, you know, Danny Welbeck or you'd get Lucas Perez, you know, and we're like, please just get that striker. It's crazy because we would have won the title if we'd have got Luis Suarez. We would have won it, I think, if we'd have signed Higuain when he was banging goals in, you know, when he was leaving Real Madrid and he went to Napoli. We needed that striker. And for years, we got Podolski, Giroud, Lucas Perez, Danny Welbeck. We played Walcott through the middle. We did everything but go and solve the problem. You know, we probably spent more money on those players than we could have on just a Higuain or a Suarez. It's crazy. You know, we missed out on one, maybe even two Premier League titles there, which is ridiculous. Big up Oz with a super chat. Thank you, bro. He says, big up Curtis. I rate the channel, bro. Keep it going. Thank you very much. I got to keep it going, you know, see where it can take me, you know, that's it. Is Bruno the best midfielder in the league right now? I would say in terms of goal contributions, he transformed that Man United team last season, you know. Man United in the summer, they looked at him and then they didn't get him. They went to January. Their team was not playing well. They looked like they were going to miss out on top four. They brought in Bruno. They finished third. And he's been, you know, he's overtaken Pogba and all them midfielders. So I still think De Bruyne is better than him. But at the moment, in terms of goal contribution, he's definitely producing. That's for certain. Joss's war chest was under Harry Potter's cloak, mate. Oh, man. Every year we've got a war chest. We're going to spend 200 million. Curtis, have you read Professor Wenger's new book? I have. I wasn't that impressed with it. I got to be honest. I thought he was going to reveal some truths. He just covered up for them guys again, which he's been doing the whole time. Would you take Declan Rice? I think the guy's overrated. You know, they're talking about 70 million. Never. Never ever. To me, he's a more mobile Eric Dyer. He's a centre back playing CDM. I don't see the hype around Declan Rice. Honestly, I don't. I think you could buy someone from abroad who could do what he does for a quarter of the price. I definitely don't see the hype around him. Do you think we'd be playing different if we played Giroud over Lacazette? Do you know the thing? Sorry, I missed someone's comment earlier. They said, don't disrespect Giroud when I was talking about strikers who'd been at the club. Giroud was a good striker. He still is a good striker. The problem is we didn't play to his strengths. We're not a team that plays long ball, you know, hold it, set people up and put loads of crosses in. The way we played made us frustrated with Giroud because we needed somebody who could run and he couldn't run. He was a good player. He was. He just didn't suit us. We should have signed an Aubameyang a couple of years earlier or Suarez, as I said. Declan Rice. Yeah, I agree. I just don't rate Declan Rice. Big up, Curtis. Respect, bro. It's good to see other fans of other clubs in here as well supporting. Is Lacazette the most overrated striker in the league? I mean, I don't think he is overrated. I think now people don't particularly rate him. So, no, I don't think he is that high rated, to be honest. Curtis, can I be your mod? I would love to help you out. Do you know, I've got a few mods, but I don't mind adding a couple more. Taib as well. I saw you say, can I be a mod? I'll go through after as well. It's good to have a number of mods because, you know, at different times, some people can't tune in. I just don't want to have too many because sometimes mods start blocking people for no reason and timing them out and things like that. So, but I'll look into it. Giroud is available in January. Now, do you know what? Giroud as a squad player right now would be fantastic for us, just to give us that different option. I do think we should sign a striker who's maybe a target man who can just, you know, he'll be on the bench and maybe you can bring him on certain times and just go direct, man. Curtis, thank you. No worries, man. Lacazette should play the wing. I think Lacazette's done in the summer, to be honest. I think they'll move him. Yeah, he just put Chelsea in the last 16. As I said, you can't knock him. You can't knock Giroud, man. He performs. He's a World Cup winner, and it's not like he was a squad player in the World Cup. He played every game, I think. So we need a striker like Antonio. Do you know what? I would take Antonio. I wouldn't start him. He'd be a squad player, but that guy is an absolute problem to play against. As I'm talking off the bench, you know, I'm not signing Antonio to start him. His finishing's too up and down. Off the bench, he's a problem. He is a problem. Every time he plays Arsenal, he bullies us, absolutely batters us. Would you take Chris Wood? I probably would as a squad player. I swear down I would. That man there who just elbow you, bro. I'm telling you, they're a problem. They don't need to be like... Listen, you're not going to be able to buy a top quality striker and put him on the bench. We would have to buy someone a little bit lower than the level we maybe think we're at. Chris Wood, Antonio, them man there would probably be happy on the Arsenal bench. But they're a problem when they come on, man. Giroud is underrated. I think so. Sell Kolasinac, Socrates, Mustafi and Chambers. Yeah, I would sell all of them. All of them, guys. We need a physical centre forward. Yeah, I agree. Would you take Watkins for Arsenal? Obviously, he's at Aston Villa. I wouldn't. Not because he hasn't got the talent. Because they paid 30 million for him. He's having a good season. So they would want more than that. Am I paying 40, 50 million for Watkins? I wouldn't know. But I do think he's a good player. I'd take Antonio. Is he homegrown? He is. Yeah. So, you know, I would take him. Would you still take Daniel Sturridge? It's a tough one. I think Sturridge is kind of finished now, man. Sturridge could have been, for me, England's best striker. I think when he was at Liverpool before the injury problems, he was better than Harry Kane for me. You know, him and Suarez, that partnership was unbelievable with Sterling as well. But Sturridge, man, too many injuries, you know. He's had the problems as well with betting and stuff. I think, nah. I mean, he's still out of contract. You would have thought a lower Premier League team would have took him on for it. Chelsea must be laughing. They got Giroud, we got Willian. Willian, as you're calling him. Yeah, I think Willian's kind of going through the motions, man. Big up Amwesh for the super chat, bro. Thank you very much. He says, why not go for Luis Alberto, who will be the perfect replacement for Santi Cazorla? Interesting. I remember seeing Luis Alberto at Liverpool, and I wasn't convinced by him. He's gone to the Italian league, and he's done fantastic over there, man. He's done really well at Lazio. Being linked with big moves as well. We just need a player like Santi and a proper winger, also a proper right back, and I think we can challenge. What do you think we can challenge for the Prem or the top four? Big C, can we win the Europa League? We can. I think a lot depends on what happens in January, bro. We need to make a signing that improves our team. You know, we have to. We have to strengthen this squad. We have to find creative ways. As I said to Robbie last night, not everything will be solved with one signing. You have to go and get the team to play more creatively as well. That's part of the problem. Bro, will you take Jack back? Do you know what? Emotionally, you'd love to. I'd love to, but I wouldn't. I mean, the thing is, if you get him in on pay as you play, which is what they're saying, you know, you could get him in on pay as you play, then I suppose you don't lose anything by doing that. Pay as you play is literally you're not getting no wages unless you're in the team. So Jack on that, I mean, I wouldn't give him a contract. If you're talking about a definite contract, then no, I wouldn't take him. I think Jack's past it, but maybe you get him in training, play the under-23C, but I agree with this. I'd take Jack over Xhaka. You know, I definitely still think he's got more to offer than him. We need to get rid of the deadwood, yeah? But the problem is, how do you get rid of expensive deadwood? Imagine going in your wardrobe and finding the clothes from years ago that you don't wear anymore, that you don't even like, and selling them for an expensive price. You're gonna struggle to get rid of them. That's what we're doing. We're trying to sell rubbish. I'm a Spurs fan. Didn't Arsenal pay off their stadium? How did Spurs spend more than Arsenal? Yeah, Tottenham Stadium was more expensive than Arsenal's. And Arsenal have paid theirs off, which makes the mind boggle that how are we not now spending big money? I kind of understood, when we were struggling because we decided we're going to pay off the stadium quick. So every year we sold somebody. But now we're out of that. How come we're not profiting off that now? Why are we not able to go and buy players? Why did we have to back out of we can't afford to buy him as well as Partey? Why not? Crazy, bruv. Absolutely mad. Cazorla, Sanchez, Ozil, that trio was insane. Big up, Curtis. What a great name. Them three. Them three together were phenomenal. And this is what I'm saying. You put the striker in front of those and we would have won the Premier League. It's that simple. Those three now, obviously we've still got Ozil, but he's not at the level he used to be. Cazorla was outstanding, and Sanchez, listen, that guy was phenomenal. He used to get me off my seat every time I was at the Emirates. Nearly every time I went to a game, I was just like, that guy is just outstanding. The amount of games I watched us just go through the motions and do nothing. They give the ball to Sanchez. Anywhere on the pitch, he could make something happen. Unbelievable player. Do you think Arteta will last until the summer? Love from Sydney. Would love to see you have a show, talk more about other Premier League teams. A lot of people are asking this. I am going to start doing maybe a review and a preview of the weekend. It will probably only be on the top teams really in the Premier. I can't go through the whole league, but I will try and, open up the channel a little bit. Big up, Curtis says. Hamid, big up. Hope you're well. Giroud won the World Cup without playing a single game. No, I think, didn't he play? He played, didn't he? I don't think he scored a goal. He did play. He didn't score in the whole World Cup. I'm still waiting for Benzema. Listen, man, them famous names in the Arsenal history book, man. Yanam Villa, Higuain, Benzema, these guys at Rabiot, these guys have been signing for Arsenal for about 10 years and never happened. Arsenal operate too slow. They spend the money, but they don't buy all the players we need. Look at Chelsea. They bought everyone they needed in one window. There you go. Spot on. Odson Edouard, a lot of people saying they would take him to replace Lacazette. Get Diego Costa. Listen, when Costa was at Chelsea, right, I couldn't stand him because he was a proper cheat, wasn't he? Really aggressive. As soon as you touched him, he just dived. But what a fantastic player. I loved him. You know, I have to admit, I used to look at Costa and think, I would love to have him in the Arsenal team. The guy is a beast, you know. He's like an old school centre forward. It's peak season 19. So Curtis, I just wanted to say a massive big up to you regarding your speech to Robbie last night. This has been the best home truth a man like Robbie has been hit with in a while. Priceless. Hey, I appreciate that, bro. If you haven't seen that, go and watch that. You know, you don't even have to watch the whole show. The speech was like the last 5 minutes of the show. And, you know, a lot of people, like I said, they messaged me. Robbie, you know, was like, yo, big ups, man. Not many people can make me be quiet for 4 or 5 minutes. We need a new right back ASAP, in my opinion, 100%. You know, from when Bellerin's talking about Sanchez wants to win too much, you know we've got a problem. You know we've got a big problem there. Arsenal need Messi and Ronaldo. I mean, we'd probably have Messi and Ronaldo on the edge of our own box trying to clear the corner, bro. That's the problem. Curtis, I would have taken Costa 5 years ago. Him and Giroud would have been interesting. It would. Curtis, Spurs on average take 9 shots, but they're scoring so many goals. Let's be real, our forwards are not on form. Arteta is not a problem. Arteta has made us better. The forwards need to take their chances. But my argument to that would be, how many clear-cut chances are we getting every game? You look at Aston Villa, the one header of Lacazette. You look at Leeds, the one chance of Saka. We're creating like one clear-cut chance per game. That's not enough. So I get what you're saying. Our strikers are not performing, but they're starving. They're feeding off scraps. You expect relegation battling teams to be getting that amount of chances. We should be having 3 or 4 clear-cut chances a game. Max Aarons, I agree. You know, Norwich are doing well, but still, I still think he's a talent. Big up Daniel Lyons. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He says, you're the best, Kurt. You would be the best Arsenal manager. If only, bro. You know, I know my football. I'm not sure I'll be ready to be the Arsenal manager. Although, you know, we all sit there, you know, we all play a bit of football manager and think, you know, I could do better than Arteta. This guy, you know, man's playing Willian up front. I couldn't do worse than that, surely. Big up Ebby. He says, up the likes, fam. Yeah, big up, man. Hit that like button, people. Subscribe if you haven't already. Trying to get to 20k. Let's see if we can get there by Christmas. That'd be a great Christmas present, you know. Charlie Wells says, big up your channel. Gutted about Heavy D. Rest in peace. Thoughts on a Wilshere return? As I said, yeah, I spoke about it at the start. Heavy D, man. I mean, what more can we say? It's devastating. And then the thoughts on a Wilshere return. Yeah, as I said, I wouldn't give him a contract. I wouldn't be adverse to getting him in on maybe pay as you play, because we lose nothing to have him in the door, and he's a big character. Which 3 positions would you upgrade? My pick: right back, deep line playmaker, and a big centre forward. See, I would get. Yeah, we kind of do need the deep line playmaker as well as the further forward playmaker. So yeah, probably you're right. I would get Aarons or somebody at right back. I mean, who could we even get at right back? But yeah, the midfielder, of course, we desperately need. And as I said earlier, yeah, the big centre forward off the bench. Occasionally, you could play Aubameyang in a 2 as well. And go long, and then, you know, the knockdowns like Giroud does with what's his name, Griezmann for France. We have Guendouzi. Well, effectively we don't, do we? You know, he's a Hertha Berlin player, and I'm not sure we'll bring him back in the summer. Berlin already talking about signing him on a permanent. Curtis, Arteta is the problem. We don't push up the field to allow us to defend from the front. Too much space between our defence and forwards. I totally agree with that. Totally agree. We're way too far back. The gap between our midfield and our strikers is huge. It's not going to happen if we keep playing like that. Pereira, very good right back. And, of course, they've got James Justin now. So they may possibly, you know, at the right price. Leicester are a team that usually, you know, they're willing to sell sometimes. Big up from Canada. It's snowing here. Love the channel. Keep going, man. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate your support over there in the 6, you know, in Canada. Lovely country, man. You get some cold weather in winter, though. You know, really, really low temperatures over there. Giroud return and Szoboszlai. Listen, Giroud will never come back to Arsenal as a player, man. Especially the way he disrespected us after he won the Europa League. If we lose more matches by the end of Christmas, he should go. I don't care. Listen, I think if he doesn't get decent results in the next few games, he's going to be under big pressure. Curtis, let me make you happy, Mourinho in. Listen, bro, you've been giving me a hard time in the comments the last few days, innit? I don't mind, though. It's all fun and games, man. It's all fun and games. Listen, we should have got him. I don't care what anyone says, but it's done, innit? It's done. He's at Tottenham. We can't get him now. But all I'm saying is be open-minded to what's happening with this manager. If he's doing well, give him all the praise he deserves. If he's doing bad, then let's ask questions of him. We call ourselves a massive club. We're not supposed to sit here and just accept mediocrity. Do you know what I'm saying? We need to push for more, and the fan base are a big part of that. We need Ralph Hasenhüttl, his Southampton team, play aggressive, exciting football. He also has Champions League experience with Leipzig. A lot of people now starting to mention him. I wouldn't have really thought of him, but a lot of people are saying you should have gone for Tielemans. What a baller! I rate Tielemans, man. Good player. Poch in. Would you guys take Poch? A lot of people have been saying that. Love from India, Curtis. If we lose 3 or 4 of our next 6 league games, I want Arteta out in the winter. Interesting. A lot of people starting to sort of, ask questions. Orlando says pay Atleti for Simeone will definitely be hard to beat. I'm just not sure Simeone has any interest. I saw an interview before where Simeone was saying his dream job after Atletico is Inter Milan. He wants to manage in Italy. I don't think he even speaks English. So does he want to come to the Prem? Would he want the Arsenal job? Is the Arsenal job better than Atletico? Maybe not. Ravi, thank you for the super chat, bro. He said Arsenal should not go for a player with potential. We need another 2 Partey-type signings in other areas to be considered a proper threat. And I agree with that. We need finished articles. Sometimes potential in certain areas is fine, but you need people who can hit the ground running. And that's the thing. Poch or Nagelsmann? I would go Poch out of those 2, to be honest. Sack Arteta after Leeds, don't delay. Oh, my days. Poch would never come to Spurs or come to Arsenal from Spurs, you mean? I think he would. Honestly, I think he would. I saw an interview he did in Argentina not long after he left Tottenham. He was asked about the Arsenal job at the time when Emery left. And he didn't deny it. He did not deny it. He was like, you never know what can happen and blah, blah, blah. He left the door open, man. Curtis, we will surely lose more than 10 games this season. I mean, unfortunately, we probably will. If we've lost 4 out of our opening, 9 or whatever, 9 games, 4 already, it's more than likely with 27 Premier League games to go, we'll probably lose another 6. Big C, would you take Isco or Eriksen? Isco would be first, definitely. Isco would definitely be first. Tapas Pulis out, my G. In my opinion, you're going backwards with him in charge. That's David, who's a Millwall fan. Listen, I definitely don't think we're moving forwards, that's for sure. The FA Cup was a step forward, but, 1 step forward, 2 steps back with how we're playing in the Premier League. That's the problem. Greetings, Curtis. Give me the news. Hey, I'm just, we're obviously Erickson. Apparently, we've been offered him for 12 million. Would you take him? We do need creativity. He is 28, but as I said, he wouldn't be my number 1 choice. Bring back Don Wenger. Nah, Wenger's long gone, man. Just another quick story that I just want to quickly look at with you guys was this. Szoboszlai has now announced, and the sporting director of Salzburg says he expects him to leave in January. The question is, where will he go? Where will he go? Freund says he expects the Hungarian international to join a big club in January. Of course, you would like to have the player as long as possible, he says. On the other hand, it is also healthy. He takes the next step at the right time. So it looks like he could be on his way out. Szoboszlai on his way out. And he's being linked with Real Madrid. He's being linked with their sister club, RB Leipzig. But we are also linked. Now, apparently, what I've read, I've tried to do a bit of reading into this, and it's saying that Real Madrid wouldn't make a move on him till the summer. So it could potentially be Leipzig and Arsenal. Now, I think he joins Arsenal ahead of Leipzig. I know sometimes a lot of players, they make that step from the Austrian league, go to the Bundesliga, and it's Champions League as well with Leipzig, although they'll probably be knocked out of their group and will probably end up in the Europa League. Also, we've got a lot of money. And I think Szoboszlai, £22.5 million release clause to get him in this window. For a guy with that much potential, it's a no-lose situation, because if you buy him and he explodes, his price doubles or trebles. If he doesn't do great, you can probably get 20 million back for him, or 15 million back for him to Germany or somewhere. So for me, it's an absolute no-brainer, and Arsenal need to be actively seeking this deal. If AFC Bell confirms this, then there's hope, and he has been talking about it. Big up AFC Bell, man. You know, after his famous summer where he called Thomas Partey the whole summer. We need more world-class players in the team and a leader. I mean, a lot of people are questioning Aubameyang, his leadership qualities, whether he should be the captain of Arsenal. But my question is this: who should be the captain if it's not him? A lot of people saying Kieran Tierney. Some people saying David Luiz. You've also got to think of the effect that will have on Aubameyang when you take the armband off him. So I think they've got to leave it. Big up Felix. He says, Curtis, bring back the legend Kevin Campbell. Would love to know his take now on this situation. Arteta in after his backing. I will have him on. He will be on hopefully within the next week. If I can get him on this week, I will. But if not, it will be next week. Kev's going to get, he's going to get some difficult questions off me. Don't worry about that. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Eye blind. He says, wouldn't Szoboszlai for 25 million be a better investment, both short and long term, than Eriksen for 12? Thoughts about Van der Beek for the right price? I think that Szoboszlai makes more sense than Eriksen, but this is Arsenal Football Club. When do they ever make sense in the transfer market? They're tight. They might just look here. Eriksen, 12 million. That's half the price of Szoboszlai. We'll do that. But we know. Listen, Szoboszlai would be the one I would go for. So I agree with you on that. Definitely long term. Thoughts about Van der Beek? Van der Beek for me is a good player. I think eventually he will get in that Man United team. And I would have taken him at Arsenal. I would have taken him. I think he's a very good player. And he seems very, he seems like he's up for the battle in the Prem. Curtis Rag and Bone, man. I agree, man. No contest when it comes to this football talk. Arsenal has no leaders. We're definitely short of leaders, man. That's for sure. We haven't had them for a long time. Kieran Tierney has heart. He definitely has heart. He's up for the fight. That's for sure, man. I mean, he's sitting there on Sunday, standing there, and he's thinking, we've just drawn the game 0-0. Our player's been sent off. All right, Pepe, what he did was stupid, but we know the player's reaction got him sent off. And he's walking over, and Granit Xhaka's got his arm around him. Now, I know it's modern-day football, and it is a bit different, and Xhaka's friends with this guy, apparently from childhood. But get off the pitch. Do it in the car park. Do it in the tunnel. Don't do it on the pitch for everyone to see, this guy just got your player sent off, and you've got your arm around him, laughing and joking. These guys are not clued up, man. And this is the problem with Arsenal. Big up, Curtis, for your speech on AFTV. Big up, bro. Thank you very much. Always appreciate the support. Tierney is the fighter. Yeah, if you were having a scrap, you'd want Tierney in your corner, not Hector Bellerin, saying, he'd lose the fight. He'd run off. He'd say, he wants to win too much. Give it all that. There are a lot of bargain players available in the Bundesliga, and our board just need brains to pick them up. Listen, I think this January window, you'll see a lot of movement. I think you'll see more than most other January transfer windows. Number one, because the loan market is a strong market now, because a lot of teams don't have the money to go and buy a player and just say, there you go, there's 30 mil, 40 mil, 50 mil. So I think a lot of teams will say, look, we'll loan with an option to buy or an obligation to buy in the summer. So I think there'll be a lot of swaps, a lot of loans, and a lot of players will move because of the European Championships and also the Olympics. And big up, Curtis, you should do a video ranking players by the number of honours won to show the winning mentality of the team and the experience of our players to get us higher up the table. That's a good point. A lot of people were saying that they liked the ranking video, the player tier videos that I did. I was ranking the current squad. So I'll do some more of them, definitely. Sign-ins and maybe the best ever Arsenal team. Give me any suggestions in the comments that you guys would like to see. in those sorts of videos. Bit too early for Kieran Tierney to take the armband, in my opinion, but I wouldn't complain if he got. Yeah, I think sometimes it's important when you know the dressing room and the club. He hasn't been here for that long. He hasn't even played that many games yet. Can we finish above Spurs in the Premier League and win the Europa League? We can. But at the moment, you would say the Premier League, it doesn't look likely unless we change our attitude. What are we praising Tierney for? What we are praising Tierney for, we crucified Guendouzi for, kind of doing the same thing. Similar, I think with Guendouzi, he was very petulant as well, though. He was talking all that, I'm earning more money than you, and, this guy's just scored the winning goal, and you're trying to talk about money, so... But I had no problem with Guendouzi trying to defend his players. It was the manager who seemed to make a big deal out of it. But you make a good point, bro. Shafi says, big up Curtis. Thank you very much. Hope you're well. Big ups, Curtis. You should do a weekly results pre-match show in all the Prem teams. As I said, I'm going to do that. I am going to start doing that. It will mainly focus on the top teams. Maybe quickly we'll round up the bottom half of the table teams as well. But I appreciate you guys with your suggestions, man. As I said, if you guys make suggestions, you want to see things, I'm happy to do that. Big up Fitzroy says, wonderful speech last night, bro. You're one of the best on this platform. Hey, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you very much, man. Really appreciate that. Is Babs coming on again, says Curved Glass. Yeah, I will. I do occasionally speak to Babs. I will get him back on here at some point. I know he's busy with his own channel at the moment, but I will get him back on. Rion says, hi Curtis, it's just mad how Ainsley Maitland-Niles in the England squad but can't get in the Arsenal squad. You have to question our manager. You're right, bro. You're right. You have to. We turned down 20 million from Wolves for him and, to keep him and then not play him. Yet the guy has got a chance of going to the Euros. Big up Curtis Shaw TV. Thank you very much, bro. Akeem said Saka needs to start left wing. Yeah, I think the left wing spot's his until Martinelli comes back to challenge him. Big C, create a fantasy league next season, please. Yeah, I will, man. I was going to do one this season, but I did it too late. And yeah, it's true. Big C, Saka misses the Wolves game. I think they're saying he might be available. I know he misses the game against Molde tomorrow. What about watch-alongs for different teams? I mean, as I said this before. I would do that if enough people say they want to see that. I've got no problem to do watch-alongs of other teams. I will do that. Any right back you recommend? As I said, someone said earlier in the comments, I would go for Pereira at Leicester. I think he's a brilliant right back. I do like Max Aarons as well, as more of a younger right back. But yeah, I think Pereira would be... my number one choice. Curtis, how do Arsenal address the issue of the divided fan base? Number one, I don't think Arsenal are great at bringing the fan base together. I don't think they treat the fans very well. I don't think they have a great connection with the fans. I think the fans love the club, but I don't feel a lot of love back from the football club towards the fans. So I think they need to show more respect towards the club towards the players to bridge that gap. Curtis, your channel has grown crazy fast. Yeah, man, you guys, as I said, you guys have done that. So all I can do is say thanks. Braithwaite is perfect for Arsenal. I don't want nothing to do with Braithwaite, man. I know he scored a couple of goals for Barcelona, but I don't forget when he was he at Middlesbrough, was it? Any show with Campbell, look forward to hear about Arteta. Kev, yeah, I have actually messaged him today. I'm going to try and get him on this week, but if not, hopefully next week. I'll be putting pressure on Kev. Don't worry. Big up Kev, though. Pete said I'm a grumpy. Still, Curtis, great channel. Later, I appreciate you tuning in, Pete. Thank you very much. John says, good morning from the US. Big up, man, and big up everyone in the US of A and wherever you are in the world right now. Curtis, we need M10 back for creativity. Would you guys bring him back in January? Would you re-register him? RP Heavy D, you're damn right, man. Why has Arsenal turned into Reject FC? Oh, man. Why? Why is the question? Chelsea Reject FC. Need M10 in January. I don't think they will. I honestly don't think they will. I think they're too stubborn. Brad said, I agree with your views on Arteta, Curtis. I don't think his man management and team management, lineup chops and changes is experienced enough. I don't understand why people are afraid to admit it. The same thing I said last night, bro. Thank you. I agree totally. You know, support the guy. Cool. We all got to support him. But when he's making crazy big mistakes, don't just turn a blind eye to it because you supported him so much in the first place. Curtis, you're a legend, mate. Hey, I'm just a fan like you guys, man. Thank you very much, though. Pepe swap for Sarabia? Nah, I wouldn't swap him for Sarabia, to be fair. We need Dan James. I mean, he's quick. I don't particularly rate him. How long is Partey out for? Well, he's not playing in the Europa League game. So, again, he's still out. Dub King fan forever says, big up Big C. Mourinho, if he came to us, would solve our problems in a short time. Arteta came for the long run, building the team. I believe in him as a young coach. Just let's wait and work with it. Well, I think that's our only choice, man. Big up Curtis, you should have 1 million odd subs. You speak enough sense, bless. Hey, big up Rastafari, big picture as well, man. Bless up. Yeah, the 1 million subs, man. It's let's hope in the future. But you know, I'm happy with what we got going on right now. Jack Wilshere in January. I mean, you haven't even got to wait till January, bro. He's out of contract. If you want him, you get him right now. Pay as you play, not the end of the world. Contract, no chance. I would give him a contract. M10 is done now, like 6 months with no first team football. Bringing him back would be just another out, and that's the thing. It would take him a while to get up to speed. Big up Big C, love from Israel. Thank you very much for tuning in and supporting, bro. I wanted Jose, but Arteta is the man for this job. Is he though, bro? Is he? That's the question. How long can we wait if it declines? Again, that is the question, you know. We can't keep losing and just saying it's a long process. You've got to still get results in the meantime. Kangaroo says, big up Curtis, man. So inspirational. Road to 20K. Love, bro. Thank you very much. You know, when I get there, you know, we'll do something to give back again, another giveaway or something. Curtis, please do player ranking. For the life of me, I cannot believe we have 25 players better than Ozil that he could not make either Europa or Premier League squads. I mean, it was definitely... you know, it wasn't about his footballing ability. It was from above. They definitely gave him them instructions. Peter's transport video says, hey Curtis, how you doing? I'm good, bro. I'm blessed. Can't complain. Big up Maxwell, Arsenal Jamaica. Says over 700 people watching. Slap the like button. Yeah, man. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Daily uploads at the moment. Daily uploads. TJK Gamer says, big up Curtis, how long do you think Arsenal fans will be patient with Arteta? What if the results don't improve come Christmas? I think you'll see people turn on him by Christmas if we're not getting results. Even over these next 2 weeks, Wolves and Tottenham, if we were to get maybe 1 point or no points, I think the fans will be completely turn around on him. AJC Music says, Curtis, what's going on with Erickson, bro? He's been offered to us for apparently 12 million. Would you take him? As I said, he would be on my list. He wouldn't be at the top, though. Badman Curtis at it again. Big up, bro. Early prediction, we will not win any of the next 5 games, and then Arteta will be sacked. You're full of confidence then, yeah? Looking forward to the Molde game, Curtis. I got to be honest. I am and I'm not. If I look at the game for what it is, I'm not looking forward to it. You know, Thursday night Europa League against Molde, what's to be excited about, really? The thing that I am a little bit happy about is a few young players are involved. You know, Emil Smith-Rowe is in the squad. Balogun is in the squad. Miguel Aziz is in the squad. So we're taking some of the young bucks, which we need to do, man, in this Europa League. Pepe's in the squad. Now, we know what happened to Pepe the other day, or what Pepe did, by the way. What would you do with Pepe? He's suspended for the next 3 Premier League games, but he can play in the Europa League. I would start him tomorrow. I would start him. I think he's had a bad time, and I think he needs to be on the pitch. That's the best way to deal with it. He's going to miss the next 3 Prem games. And I would definitely start him against Molde. I think he needs to get on the pitch, stay fit, stay focused. There's no point leaving him out of the Europa League and his fitness levels drop. You've got to keep him sharp. He's going to come back in 3 games' time, so definitely keep him involved. Mark Jordan said, hey, Curtis, watching from Perth, Australia. Lovely part of the world, man. Lone Star says, big up yourself, Curtis from Yardie. Big up, bro. Bless up. Big up Curtis from Palestine, says Abdul. Thank you very much, bro. Money Green says, by New Year, if we're 10th or 11th, Arteta has to go. I agree with that. I'm sorry. You know, there's no friends in football. All Trading Secret says, Curtis, is Arsenal better off or worse after Arsene Wenger looking back? I think we got a better team, but I'm not sure we got a better manager. We'll only time will tell, I suppose. Jose, he's in here, man. I told you we should have got him at Arsenal. I think the thing about Arteta is that he seems to be a bad man manager. Won't get away with that with average players. And big characters have to be dealt with correctly, man. These footballers have got massive egos nowadays. Some of these players in this Arsenal team have had better football careers than Mikel Arteta had. So they're looking at him like, yo, man, I had a bigger career than you. And as a manager, this is your first job. Why am I going to bow down and listen to you? You're not this. And this is what I'm saying, you know, with the big manager, we would have been like, yo, man, this guy is a giant. This guy's won everything. Big C, Yardman, Prime Kolo Touré or Prime Koscielny. I thought Prime Koscielny was very good, but I'm going to go for Kolo, you know, just because he was part of a great centre-back partnership with Sol Campbell. Them two were brilliant. The amount of times I've seen Kolo Touré get caught out of position and next minute he just recovered out of nowhere. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy, man. Yeah, I got a big up Kolo Touré. Curtis, will you accept if Pochettino joins Arsenal? See, I'm a little bit different. I don't think Poch would get the time from the fans. I think if Poch started losing games, the whole Tottenham thing would come to the forefront. I'm sure it would. Our fan base, are they patient enough to stick with him? I like him as a manager. I think he did a good job at Tottenham. I know he didn't win anything, but he created a strong team there and got them to a Champions League final. Big up Curtis. What do you think about Arsenal signing Tariq Lamptey from Brighton to replace Bellerin? He's good. He's very small though, but he's very quick. He's a good talent. Would you take Luis Enrique? I do like Luis Enrique, but of course he's the Spanish national team coach. Gambian Guna says Kolo was levels over Kos. He saved us so many times. I loved Kolo Touré, man. He was a legend at the club. Hey, Curtis, big up, man. How accurate Erickson's news is, bro. I think this one's got some sort of legs to it, man. I think Inter want him out. He seems to be interested in coming back to the Prem, and would you take him? Gabrielle said, I love Arsenal, bro, but watching our football at the moment feels like I'm drinking medicine, bitter and sour. And that's it, you know. Just makes you pull that face, you know, when you've had sour medicine when you was a kid. Yo, short-sighted idiots if you're solely blamed Arteta for the problems on the pitch. I don't think anyone is solely blaming him. But the manager has to take responsibility. You're the one getting us playing like this. You're the one picking Willian up front and at Man City and leaving out Gabriel at Anfield. And, you know, come on, man. They're his decisions. So he has to take a lot of responsibility. Jack says, big up Curtis. Watching from Cluj, Romania. You're definitely one of my fave YouTubers out there. Thank you very much, bro. I really appreciate that. 1-1 says Kolo showed how important leaders are. Next to Campbell, he was great. Without Campbell, he was just half decent centre-back that could run fast. And this is what I'm saying. Was Kolo Touré that much better than Koscielny? Because Kolo had Sol Campbell next to him and Ashley Cole, the other, you know, and Lauren. Koscielny had, you know, Clichy and Mertesacker and Kieran Gibbs. Why is the fan base so disjointed? I don't know. I think it all started with the Wenger situation. It split us, you know. Prem goals. Sonny's got 9, Arsenal 9. I mean, that says it all, bro. That tells you everything. They got one player who scored more than us or equal. Curtis, it would be interesting to know on what criteria Arsenal board or scouts decide to sign players. I think it's probably the ones that are the cheapest. And then when we buy the expensive ones, we'll get them on a payment plan. As I said, man, we're on some cash converter business, man, you know. That's why we signed Pepe over Zaha. We wanted Zaha. They wanted a lot of money. They said, nah, we'll buy Pepe over 5 years. Jadon Sancho in the building. See, we got star footballers in here now. You were great on AFTV yesterday. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Just got to say it as it is, you know. First time in Arsenal history where we don't create chances. Sad times. Honestly, I've never seen Arsenal teams that don't create and look like scoring ever. Shout outs from Chicago, says Sports Genius. Big up, man. Thank you very much. From Chi-Town over there in America. Tim says Arteta should bring Xabi Alonso or Bergkamp kind of guy somehow in the staff for the betterment of the squad. What do you think? Yeah, I heard rumors before that. I think he's very good friends with Xabi Alonso. So there were rumors. Hey, big up Mark Goldbridge, man. Would Arsenal fans really take him? Big up, Mark. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Great channel you got over there, of course. I met Goldbridge a few times, man. Good character. It's from Nottingham as well, originally, where I'm from. So, you know. Would Arsenal fans really take Poch? I think Man United want Poch, let's be honest. They're waiting. I think most Man United fans deep down feel like once Ollie has that bad run, 2 or 3 bad results in a row, I think everyone's waiting for Poch to get that job. So, would Arsenal fans take him? As I said, I think he's a good manager, but I don't think the fans would give him the time. I just think 2 or 3 bad results, the whole Tottenham situation is going to come to the surface. So, I don't know. Maybe you've got to go for an Allegri or someone else and create your own identity. I'm not sure the fans would stick behind it. Big up Mark Goldbridge for tuning in, though, man. We need to do a collab soon, man. Richie Rich says, "What's up, Big C, man? I feel you guys are being unfair to the team and to the coach. Your memories are short. He just won you 2 cups and he's reorganizing the team. Quit turning fans against the team." Listen, man. I think that's a little bit off the mark. Number one, the FA Cup was great. The FA Cup is a bonus. Let's be honest. The FA Cup is not what we judge footballers on. You know, we don't judge managers on FA Cups. In that sense, you know, Harry Redknapp won the FA Cup with Portsmouth. Wigan won the FA Cup. It's a bonus. The FA Cup is a little... All right, we got the FA Cup. It's a little break from the league. The league is what we're judged on. The only cup that can be judged as big as the league is going and winning the Champions League, bro. If he won the Europa League, that would be big as well. But come on, man. We can't keep saying FA Cup, FA Cup. That don't hold you for that long. Do you know what I mean? Arsene Wenger won the FA Cup in 17, was sacked in 18. Antonio Conte finished 5th, won the FA Cup, was sacked by Chelsea. Louis van Gaal finished outside the top 4, won the FA Cup and was sacked. That is the ambition of the football club to say, bro, we appreciate that FA Cup. We'll give you a pat on the back and, you know, it was great. But, bro, that's not the judgment. That's not the yardstick that we're judging you off. We're judging you off what you can produce in the league and in the major European competitions, because we haven't won the European competitions for a while. Big up my boy Deluda Guna, man. Go and subscribe to his channel. I'm sure most of you have anyway. Big up. He says they would give Poch time, but it would be the same thing. And this is the problem. Do you know what? Someone said to me yesterday, he said, "You seem so anti-Arteta. Why are you not saying Arteta out?" And I said, look, let me tell you something. Number one, I agree that he probably needs more time. I'm not happy with the way we're playing, but I don't trust the board to move Arteta and bring in the right manager. Would they go and get Poch? Would they go and get Allegri? Probably not, because why did they not go for these managers when Emery left? I think they would bring in an appointment that we would probably be split on again. And then you're back to square one. Because although some of these players don't like Arteta probably, a lot of them do like him. A lot of players have complimented him. So maybe he does need time. But I just don't like the style of football. And I don't think we can give him the excuse that he doesn't have the players. All right, maybe he don't have the players to win the league. But he's got players to play better football than this, man. That's for certain. Great show, bro. Would you take Jack Wilshere till the end of the season on pay-as-you-play? As I said, I don't think he's the answer. I got to be honest. I suppose you lose nothing by doing pay-as-you-play because you don't pay him anything, you know, if he's not playing. Big up Mark Goldbridge. He said, yeah, man. Big up Mark for tuning in. I'm starting to miss Arsene Wenger, someone said. Jeez. No manager with salt on their names not joining. They will listen to Arsenal as a club, but nuts and bolts, it's a myth. Yeah, because look, man, if you're a manager, you're going to say, what are you giving me to work with? That club needs surgery, brothers. Turkish said, it don't need a plaster. It needs surgery. You know, he was right. We're a wounded animal right now, you know. And we need to spend big, you know, and get rid of a lot of this deadwood as well. This is the problem, you know. You bring in a Thomas Partey, and I said this before, you bring in a Partey who's a great player, but then you can pollute him and bring his level down by bringing in the likes of, no disrespect, but Xhaka next to him or El Neni next to him. You need to put top quality players around top quality. Not everyone in the starting 11 is going to be a top level player. We get that. We're not Man City who just spends money on every position. But we can't afford our good players to be dragged down by these guys who aren't good enough. Our expectations are the same from 2004. We need to lower our expectations right now. It is what it is. We are where we are. But in 2004, we were expecting titles and Champions League wins. We're not expecting that. So I already think we have lowered our expectation. You know, we're looking at top 4. We're looking at winning a trophy here and there. We ain't looking at winning the title. You know, I don't expect this team can't get anywhere near winning the title. We all can see that. So I think our expectations have been lowered already. Nick said the FA Cup win only papers over the cracks. You got to build on that, as Deluded saying here. Exactly. FA Cup should be a building block. Same thing I said to Robbie yesterday. You can't keep celebrating FA Cup 6 months down the line. Celebrate at the time, great. Got us in the Europa League. It got us some extra cash. It got us a trophy. We got the Community Shield win as well because of that. It probably helped convince Aubameyang to stay because he believed in what was happening. So cool in that sense, but come on. It doesn't hold you for that long. If Partey isn't available against them man down the road, then I don't think I can watch that game. I think he will be available for next week. Hopefully he'll be available for this weekend. Big C, do you think Ozil has that impact on the dressing room since his admission we are doing so poorly? I think, listen, Mesut Ozil's been at the club, 7 years? If I've been in a dressing room with you as a player for 4 or 5 years, every day, 5-6 days a week, you're going to build friendships. It will start as just you're my teammate, but eventually you're going to build friendships. Now, I hear Mesut Ozil is quite popular in the dressing room. Although I have heard before that some players are not that into his antics and PR, but a lot of players like him. If you see your friend getting treated like that, this is a World Cup winner who's been at Arsenal for a long time, you're not going to be happy about it. If you're in the team and you see that, you might go, yeah, I feel sorry for Mesut still, but I'm in the team, it's cool. But then when you get dropped and you and Mesut are talking, you might all of a sudden then go, you know what, you're right, man. Start looking at your manager sideways like, you're right, this guy's just dropped me and, this guy ain't even been a manager before. Why should I listen to him? And next minute, you end up with 3, 4, 5 players in the dressing room going, I don't like that manager. What's Ainsley Maitland-Niles thinking about Mikel Arteta right now? I could have gone to Wolves for 20 million and probably played every week and got more wages and more game time. You didn't let me go. You've kept me here. I'm in the England squad and I can't get a kick. While Hector Bellerin, his form is so up and down, it's unreal. You know, he's talking about Alexis Sanchez wanted to win too much, them kind of weak-minded mentality comments, you know? Now there's a Euros next summer and Ainsley's genuinely got a chance of being in the England squad next summer. But if we don't play him, he's probably going to get dropped at some stage. Big up Omar, he says, big up Curtis fam, how's it going? Yeah, everything blessed, man. Obviously, you know, crazy day today with all the news about Heavy D and you know, just puts things into perspective. You have to appreciate the here and now, man, because you never know. Tomorrow is never promised, as I say. Szoboszlai or Erickson, it's got to be Szoboszlai, man. You know, 20 years of age, a lot of potential to grow and improve. He's got pace, got energy, shoots from outside the box. But Erickson possibly on loan with an option to buy would be the way that I would do it. If you can't get Szoboszlai, Aouar, anyone like that in January, you get to the end of the window and you need a creative player. If you could get Eriksen on loan with an option to buy in the summer, I wouldn't be against that. I got to be honest. But he wouldn't be my first option, that's for sure. Thank you, Oz, for the super chat, bro. He says, big up Curtis. If we've managed to pull players like Partey and Gabriel and kept Aubameyang, surely they believe in the process of Arteta. What do you think? It's all right believing in it, but you need to see the proof. The proof is on the pitch. Every player that joins a club is convinced to join that club by the manager and the board, and when they sit down and talk to them. But we know sometimes things go wrong. It doesn't always work. So I think they do believe in it, but good results will keep them believing in it. All these poor performances and players' form dropping because of the system, as well as themselves not playing well. And all of a sudden you don't believe in the process. So you're right, but it will falter if things don't change. Big up Gio, thank you very much for the super chat, bro. He says, Curtis, do you think Arsenal fans want Ozil because they see what Zlatan is doing at Milan? I feel Arsenal need to go for Dominic Szoboszlai. Big up to you. Gio, forgive me if I'm wrong. I believe you are an AC Milan fan. It's funny because AC Milan growing up were my favourite Italian team. The black and red stripes. I used to love George Weah, Rui Costa, all them players, man. Milan was my favourite team. I don't think the Ozil thing is linked to Zlatan. I think Zlatan, we know what he's about. He'll score goals anywhere if you create chances for him, even at the age he's at now. I think people are just clutching to Ozil because we're not creating. If we were creating chances, we wouldn't have even spoken about Mesut Ozil. No one would care. Realistically, is he the answer? I don't think he is. I don't think he would come in this team, in this system, and just turn things around. It's too rigid. The system is one of the biggest problems. Joe says Pepe has turned against Arteta. I think you would more say it's the other way round first, though. I think Arteta turned against Pepe. And then maybe now Pepe's turning against Arteta. They need to resolve that issue. They need to fix that problem. Erickson is not a game changer. Possibly. I have to admit, seeing him in the last year at Tottenham, he didn't really look like he was up for it anymore. Was that because he wanted to move or because his game was fading? I'm not sure. Tim said, I grew up watching the creative Arsenal. It's so frustrating watching boring games. I need that Arsenal creative passing back. We do, man. We have to find that. Otherwise, it's going to be a long season. Big up Big C. We have to get rid of the deadwood ASAP. Next summer, 7 to 8 players, which will leave, make space for proper players. Do you know what? You make a great point. And I said this earlier, right? We're going to have a lot of wages in the summer to play with. Now, as someone else said, Arsenal tend to let us down. They always say, big summer, we got loads of money, we got wages. And then they don't invest the way we need to. I suppose at this moment, all we can do is trust Edu when he says, we're going in the right direction. We signed Thomas Partey and Gabriel. Let's give him credit for that at least. But we have to be in the Champions League, in my opinion. This season is wide open. You've seen the crazy results. If we're in the Champions League with money and wages to spend, we can become a force in one summer. I'm not saying win the league kind of force. I'm saying back in the Champions League and established as a top 4 club kind of force. If we're in the Europa League, it's the same old, same old. Sometimes when you're in the Europa League, you have to get a player to sign for you by giving him a massive wage. And then you don't know if he really wants to join you. Is he just saying, you know what, I can go Arsenal and treble my wages. I don't really want to go there, but it's London, it's the Premier League. I'm on 50k a week. I can go there and get 150. It's a comfortable dressing room. You're not under pressure. It sounds like a nice place to go and play football. So we need this summer to be the summer where we get back. This has to be the year for me. By any means necessary, who used to say that? Malcolm X, by any means necessary. Get us back in the Champions League. I don't care if we fall into 4th place with a run at the end of the season or we grind out winning that Europa League. We got to get Champions League football. To do that, change the system, be a bit more attacking, sign somebody who affects this team straight away in January. Big up Randy Viper. He says, come on, guys, 600 likes minimum for the legend Curtis Shaw TV. What are you saying, bro? Everything blessed, bro. Big up everyone in the comments. Thank you for your support today. It's been a bit of an up and down stream. Obviously, as I said, I want to finish the stream by saying rest in peace to Heavy D, who unfortunately passed away. Blessings to him and his family. And if there's anything we have to learn, we have to look after each other and, appreciate what you have. Tomorrow isn't promised, I appreciate all you guys tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be back on tomorrow. Obviously, we got the live stream tomorrow, but I'll be on in the day. I'll be streaming the game tomorrow night against Molde. So come and join me for the watch along. And big up everyone in the chat. Thank you everyone for the comments. And thank you for all your support on the video that I did with Robbie yesterday. And big up everyone for your support on this channel. Keep getting them comments in. And enjoy the rest of your day. Take care and stay safe. Bless.